On this episode of TiPS, what happens when a caller on the other end of the line isn't actually a caller at all? Synthetic voices, AI-cloned family members, automated swatting bots, and panic scripts that are built by scammers are creeping towards 911 systems. And if you think call takers are stressed now, just wait until a bot starts requesting police, fire, and a pizza in the exact same monotone voice. So how do you spot the AI-generated 911 calls before they ever hit the console? Stick around, that's next on TiPS, Today in Public Safety.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Here's your host, Fletch, with today's tips.
Okay, picture this. A call comes in, frantic, believable, terrified, but something's off. No background noise, no breathing patterns, and the panic tremble suspiciously sounds like a TikTok voice filter. Your dispatcher escalates, units roll, and 10 minutes later, it was a bot that triggered a full emergency response. Welcome to the next frontier in public safety fraud. Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety. This is Fletch. I'm a NENA certified ENP, and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I bring you the latest insightful and occasionally hair-raising takes on emergency communications. Today, we're going to dive into one of the newest and honestly strangest threats to PSOP operations: AI-generated 911 calls, synthetic callers, voice clones, script-driven panic bots, and soon, fully autonomous fraud engines. Buckle up because this one's wild. Let's start with the uncomfortable fact. The tools needed to generate realistic human speech, terrified, calm, angry, confused, they're all out there and they're free. As in, middle schooler with a Chromebook free. So that means that the threat vector for voice fraud in 911 just exploded. What an AI-generated 911 call actually sounds like. Now, you might think, hey Fletch, come on, I'll hear it, I'll know. Oh, you sweet child. Synthetic calls are getting terrifyingly good. But here's the giveaway. AI doesn't understand context, stress physiology, or acoustic reality. Things that you can look for are a flat emotional arc. AI panics on a timer, not adrenaline. Then there's perfect pitch stability. No shaking, no quiver, no micro quiver. Humans don't panic in 440 hertz. No mouth noise. Humans click, pop, breathe, swallow constantly. There's no overlapping environmental noise. Perfectly clean audio? Yeah, that's not how people with a man breaking in sound. Then there's scripted repetition. If the caller loops phrases like an NPC stuck in a wall in Skyrim, bot. How these AI calls are built. The scary part. So right now we're seeing three major categories. First is the voice clone. Upload 30 seconds of your exhale patterns, get a perfect copy of your voice, and criminals love this. Next is scripted panic generators. Think ChatGPT writes an emergency in one click. These will produce very believable but strangely linear stories. And third is full Autobot callers. Now these things are the real nightmare fuel. They use advanced text-to-speech engines. They're typically a VoIP caller. They've got a built-in decision module that's able to respond to questions. They don't breathe, they don't fatigue, they just keep going. Why this really matters in NG911? Well, mainly because NG911 is built for more data, and fraudsters always follow the upgraded pipes. It provides a larger attack surface. There are more media inputs. And much more automation. And every EZNet engineer will tell you, if it can hit SIP, it can hit you. Tools that ECCs need to detect synthetic callers. So here's what we've got for the emerging playbook. First is acoustic fingerprinting. If you look at AI voices, they all lack micro imperfections in jitter, shimmer, formant drift, and laryngeal irregularity. Basically, machines aren't messy enough. Second is breath pattern detection. Real humans will breathe in between thoughts. Bots breathe on line break. Third is noise authenticity scans. A real background noise matches distance, envelope, reverberation, and mic characteristics. AI will often paste generic sound loops. Number 4 is what we call the conversational disruption test. In the middle of the conversation, ask something totally unexpected. Tell me what you smell right now. Repeat the word Tuesday for me. What was the depth of the ocean where the Titanic sunk? You'll find that AI flops really hard at sensory questions. Number 5 is metadata correlation. That's the location of the originating number, if you can find it, the network type, routing anomalies, and VoIP signature fingerprints. Look, at the end of the day, bots will leave digital breadcrumbs. The future. Automated AI call screening. I think we're heading towards the day where AI will listen to the first 1 to 3 seconds of audio and be able to immediately predict human or synthetic. Now, this wouldn't be to block calls. That would be dangerous. But it would be to flag them, warn the call taker about them, annotate CAD with a confidence score. This will help prevent full-scale responses to bad faith traffic. Look, with the innovation cycles with what they are, this is coming, and it's coming fast. Okay, so what do we do today? Well, the main thing is to train call takers. They need to be taught the clues. We need to integrate background audio authenticity checks. And we need to fight AI with AI, but keep humans firmly in command. Because the moment a bot can dial 911, it will. It's already Monday, and we need to be ready before it becomes a Tuesday. That wraps up today's episode of TiPS Today in Public Safety. Thanks so much for listening. If you want more updates and insights, remember to follow me on social media at Fletch911. Also remember you can visit 911tips.com where you'll find a complete archive of all of our previous episodes. My longer form blogs are available at Fletch.tv and my professional website is Fletch911.com. Stay safe. Thanks so much for listening. And if you're in public safety, thanks for what you do every single day. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to TiPS Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Catch past episodes on 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG 911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9, the 10 spot, and on the weekend countdown on Hits 1. Or don't regret it for the rest of your life. Either way, I'm good.